Hi, I'm Dave Hughes and welcome to my shop. Today I want to show you a brand new item from Kreg Products. We are extremely excited to be the first to introduce this product to you. It's called the Kreg Automaxx clamp. Now, what makes this clamp so unique is that it is a self-adjusting clamp. No more messing around with having to adjust it for the different thickness of our projects. Let me show you what I mean by that. A lot of you are familiar with a standard face frame clamp. And the way a standard face frame clamp works is that it has an adjustment screw on the back side here, and we have to adjust that screw based upon the thickness and the tension that we want. Once we achieve it, it locks onto the stock. The problem with them is that when you go from a piece of stock that is a half-inch thickness to a piece that's 3/4 inch, we have to then readjust it and reset it. And again, it's a matter of testing it. Well, not quite tight enough, adjust it, tighten it again to get the right setting, and then from there we go on to another thickness stock and readjust it again. And a lot of times, a lot of you guys think of this clamp strictly as a face frame clamp. Well, the Automax system allows us to think outside the box. Not only does it work for face frame clamping, but it works for just about any clamping you have in your shop. Let me show you what I mean by that. A lot of times right now, if I had to glue this up or I'm trying to hold on to it, I only have two hands, we would reach for an F clamp and we try to lock it into place, hold the stock and operate the clamp. Or we go to one of those C clamps if we're trying to lock something down on our workbench, and again, we have to twist it and use both our hands. Well, that's where the Automax has changed everything. It is a self-adjusting clamp, which means it doesn't matter what the thickness of the stock is, it's going to self-adjust and give you that perfect clamping every single time. Now, what makes this thing so unique is that it has a self-adjusting clamp mechanism on the back side here, and the little thumb screw you see here is to adjust the tension. Once you set the tension the first time, you never have to touch it again. We can easily go from project to project, clamping from clamping one to the other without making any adjustments at all. Let me show you what we're talking about here. Here's a piece of half-inch stock, locks into place nice and securely, ready to do whatever we need to do to that piece of stock. When we go from that piece of half-inch, let's go ahead and add on a piece of 3/4 inch stock. There's no other adjustments, just lock it into place. We can go ahead and go through from that half-inch to 3/4. We can add another piece of 3/4 inch stock and again, lock it into place. Look how easy we can actually operate this clamp from project to project to project. And of course, we can go ahead and keep adding on to our stock and locking it into place. Look how simple that is to do all of our clamping applications. As a matter of fact, the real test is, let me reach in my pocket here and grab a dollar bill. I'm taking a regular dollar bill, put that in between those jaws and watch this. Lock it into place, and we've actually adjusted down to the thickness of a dollar bill nice and securely without it moving around on us. Now, we said that a lot of you think about a face frame clamp strictly for when we do pocket holes. And yes, they work incredibly well for doing pocket hole joinery, no matter what the thickness stock is. But I also like to keep them handy in the shop when I'm working on my workbench. We take our larger model and we can actually secure things right onto that workbench, just like so, for sanding, for routing, for belt sanding, just about any clamping application where you need that third hand to quickly hold the piece in stock, in place. Unlike a C clamp or an F clamp where you're constantly having to readjust it, the Kreg Automaxx adjusts instantly for you. Here's a little bit more information about the clamp.
Automax face clamps. Available in 3-inch and 6-inch sizes, Automax face clamps feature extra large clamp faces to spread clamping force evenly. Thanks to our innovative clamping technology, you can use your face clamps on thin or thick materials without ever adjusting the clamp. The Automax 3-inch face clamp has a 3-inch reach and holds materials up to 2 7/8 inch thick. The Automax large face clamp has a 6-inch reach and works with materials up to 4 1/4 inch. These great features make Automax face clamps the auto-adjust solution for handheld clamping.